Good morning, guys. Petko here. As I already told you, the class changes are supposed to come this week, aka the final class changes before the season. And I was not wrong for I don't know how many times in a row I wasn't wrong, but I'm happy to say that. The final ones are already in. Unfortunately, neither of them could be tested. They are not live on PTR as of now. They could be on Monday or Tuesday, but as now speaking, they are not. So let's stop talking, dive deep, and see exactly what they have changed. I have also a couple of notes from the theory crafters themselves, so you guys can, understand them in a deeper level. First thing first, we're having BM Hunter. Now, Beast Mastery Hunter has been changing so much for the past couple weeks back and forth, and apparently after the 8% nerf last week, the community cried so hard that the nerfs were kind of reverted. So they buffed their damage by 10% to make them better right now, and in a compensation of this, they nerfed the tier set. So the 2-piece was nerfed originally from 100% from 200% to 100% effectiveness, but this section here was added just a few hours later. Apparently 4-piece is also being nerfed. Not only reduced damage of mutagen, but also CDR for Beast of Rat is now twice as less. Now, without the 4-piece, this was around 7 to 8% buff to the spec. Now that they nerfed the 4-piece as well, we have to recalculate and see exactly how much that is, but it's definitely, it should be definitely less than like 7 to 6% buff to the spec. Could be even lower. Again, I haven't tested it out, but I expect to be in the area between like 3 and 6% buff, But again, still going to be likely better next season. I'm going to be testing it out in several hours, in a few hours from now, see what's up. All right, moving forward, we're having Unholy Death Knight. Now, Unholy Death Knight has been buffed, which I honestly thought Unholy Death Knight was doing great damage in AoE. But apparently they wanted to make the tier piece better because the tier piece wasn't really doing that much damage. So I expected some compensation nerfs because of it. But as you can see, Unholy has only been buffed, not nerfed. 2-piece now is going to be 1.5% more effective. Pretty much means Deathco, Epidemic, your spenders are now going to be 1.5% more powerful. Overall, good buffs to them. They're going to be eating good in the next tier. Good in raid, appears to be also good in Mythic Plus. Unholy DKs are eating well. Moving forward, Havoc DH. Now, Havoc DH has been nerfed, unfortunately. I know a lot of people were excited to play Havoc, but Aldrake River has been nerfed. Aldrake River's mark now increases damage only by 6%. Aldrake River, through the fight, is now a 15% chance of ability damage increasement from 20. Definitely a small nerf here. And then the 2-piece is now has a 25% chance to activate. Now, I'm going to give you a quick note from one of the theory crafters of Havoc. So he's saying here pretty much things around Napkin Mat 3.5% single target nerfs, minus 3% AoE nerfs. And then he thinks that Fail's card is buffed around 2%. Again, he's having currently a Napkin Mat. Doesn't really give you like a precise buffs nonetheless. But we have some kind of a general understanding of how much of that was an impact. Nerf for Havoc DH. Moving forward, Pharaoh, this would not really impact your damage. Sunfire damage increased by 40. Nobody cares. Nobody plays Sunfire on Pharaoh anyway. Maybe for like some kind of weird builds, but nonetheless, Pharaoh will not get changed by this. Devastation Evoker. Okay, so Devastation Evoker has been changed a lot. I think this is like the 6th buff in a row for Dev Evoker. This time around for Firestorm doing 40% more damage. Firestorm originally was only a build that you play with Flame Shaper, so now that being buffed by 40 would definitely spark some interesting conversations whether or not Flame Shaper could be better than Scale Commander in Mythic Plus. I was playing Scale Commander most of the time, and I like that better, even though a little bit boring rotation, but I would be happy to change out and play Flame Shaper if that's better right now. I'll be testing the buffs and report back to you. Moving forward, we already discussed the Hunter. As you can see, this was a Hunter old buff, which was around 7% more damage. Now with the new change of Hunter, as I already said, you're probably looking at less than that, maybe between 3 and 6%, could be even less than that. I have no idea. Mistweaver, all healing reduced by 4%, and then Liberation Undermine set bonus. Insurance healing decreased by 30. Okay. Overall, less healing on Monk. Nonetheless, Monk remains a very solid choice for the upcoming tier, both in the rate and Mythic Plus. That should never worry you, by the way. They still do fantastic. One of the best healers, in my opinion. Moving forward. Discipline Priest. Okay, let's see what's up here. Lennon's no longer stacks his damage reduction effect when multiple parries apply Atonement. Rate change here doesn't affect Mythic Plus at all. And Oracle, again, nobody cares about that. Then we're gonna play this Mythic Plus. Preventative measure now increase damage of Parent Smite and Holding Level by 20 was 40. Okay, that's nerfed to Oracle. Maybe means now Void Weaver could better than Oracle in most of the cases in rate. I have no idea. Mostly the rating, I don't care. Moving forward. Alright, so people have been asking about rogue changes, and here they are. Sorry, I just woke up, so apologies my my gargling. Here they are, boys. Assassination Rogue. 4% increase of damage. Now, honestly, I think Assa Rogue AoE damage was really good. I don't think I had any issues or complain about that. But the single target on Assa Rogue, both in rate and M+, has been a problematic area. Now, I've spoken about this many times, and I would have really loved to see Assa Rogue getting slightly more single target adjustments, even to the expense of nerfing the AoE a little bit. I wouldn't mind that. As long as I do more single target, I'll be happy. Currently, they're not, so I'm not really happy about it. But 4% buffs, why not? Better single target, better AoE, I'll take it. Moving forward, boys, to Subtlety Rogue. Secret technique damage reduced by 5%. Liberation of Undermine 2p set bonus winning streak is now gonna be at 8 target max. Wow, okay. So here is something that I have. Okay, so first of all, why are they keep nerfing the tier piece of Sub Rogue is because it's really good tier piece. Okay, Sub Rogue has one of the best tier sets in the game, hence why they want to shift the power from the set to the core of the Rogue. Unfortunately, they not only nerf the set, but also nerf your core power because of secret technique. Overall, checking right now at the Theorycraft, one of the Theorycrafters. Seems like a minor nerf, but it's unclear if it was a warranted. Subtlety Rogue performed well because of the baseline buff. It's a bit sad to see more damage taken out of our burst window, and it does not seem too bad. I also spoke to one more of the Theorycrafters in DMs. I don't think I can show it, but he's saying that he wouldn't be surprised if the next nerf to Subtlety Rogue will be again based on a tier set, but currently definitely a negative, I guess, changes for Sub Rogue going forward. I'm surprised there's nothing for Outlaw, by the way, which is, in my opinion, I expected like an Outlaw change because it's, in my opinion, the least performing spec in Mythic Plus when it comes down to Rogues, but, oh, I guess they didn't. Next in line, boys, Ele Shaman. Alright, let's see what's up. Developer note, the new tier sets bonuses were performing higher than we would like. So we're lowering the value of the new 2P set bonus while increasing the damage elemental shown the baseline. I'll speak that in a bit. Let's move and see exactly what they've changed. Okay, so 2P now gives you an elemental for 6 seconds instead of 8 seconds. Now you can make that elemental, by the way, longer than 6 seconds if you play Everlasting Element. So technically it's going to be like 7.2 seconds duration, which is again nerf compared to what it was before. 2Ps of Undermine, frequency of getting a bonus of elemental summon of your spells lowered. So less uptime on elemental means less uptime on Unity, which gives you a flat 10% damage, which means less damage overall. However, the 4Ps has been buffed. Now Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, and Tempest and Lava Burst deal 30% more damage for 8 seconds as soon as you get elemental out. So it was actually buffed from 20 to 30, which means like a 33% buff on the 4Ps, which obviously is quite good. I'll take that one. Deeply Rooted Elements, Ascendant procs no longer activates either the 2Ps or 4Ps. Okay, so that's kind of interesting about why they did this. I like the interaction with it. That in my opinion definitely going to be a hit, but it is what it is, you know. Echo of the Elements no longer causes jackpot. Buff to refresh when they appear. Again, very cool interaction with your tier set plus Echo of the Elementals. Now that it's gone, I'm gonna think about like an alternative options where I can move some points away from Echo of the Elementals. I guess we'll see what's up. However, all damage has been buffed by 5%, which is obviously 5% more damage all the time. Who wouldn't take that one? Now, early estimation I'm having right now after some research. It's probably gonna come down to like net neutral change, I'll have more information in the upcoming hours, but currently net neutral change, possibly a very small nerf, possibly, but nonetheless, I think still Ele is going to be one of the best range options for Season 2 Mythic Plus, and in the ratings appears to be rather mediocre compared to other ranges. Now, keep in mind that because they nerfed the 2-piece, because they nerfed the 2-piece, there's a possibility that we play our old 2-piece plus the new tier piece 2-piece. So 2-piece combo could be played in the upcoming tier. Now this is something that Blizzard doesn't like at all, I can guarantee you from history, and they will likely compensate some later stages of the week, and likely either nerf the 2-piece, either nerf the old tier piece or buff the new one. My estimation or my guesses would be they will probably nerf the old tier set by like, sizable chunks, so you're never gonna wear that shit. At the end of the day, what can you do, boys? Moving forward. Enhanced Shaman. Alright, boys, let's see what they say about Enhanced. Developer note, Enhanced Shamans in Liberation of Undermine patch are performing higher than they would like. Okay. Keep in mind that Enhanced already received 3 nerfs in a row before this week, okay? For the past 3 weeks. We're making adjustments to their new Flowing Spirit talents, as well as the Nerup Palace in Liberation of Undermine tier set bonus. Let's see what's up. 4-piece of the old tier set got nerfed. Nobody cares because you're going to replace that anyway, so whatever. Flowing Spirits now has a 6% chance to summon Feral Spirit, okay. Flowing Spirits now properly summons a random Elemental Spirit when Elemental Spirits are talented, okay. The 4-piece of the Liberation of Undermine now triggers Doom Winds for 3 seconds, it was 4. That's a nerf to the duration. And the 4-piece here of Liberation of Undermine increases the damage of the next Crashing Light by 12% per stack. It was 15, by the way. Very interesting change. Again, coming in for Enhancement Shaman. And last but not least, the 4-piece increases the primary target damage of Crashing Light by 75. It was 100%. What could I say, chat? This is the 4th nerf in a row on behalf of Enhanced Shaman. And I'm going to show you what one of the theory crafters said about it. Roughly, perhaps 15% to Temix Season 1 set nerf. Which again, don't look at the Season 1 tier set because you're not going to play that in Season 2. So minus 4.5% to Temix Season 2 set. And minus 6% Stormbringer for Season 2 set. Wow. That is rather sizable chunk once again, nerf Enhanced, which is I wouldn't be surprised if they're not gonna touch Enhanced until the at least a minor patch, because they've already got 4 nerfs in a row. How much more do you wanna have from the spec? I don't really like that part, but it is what it is, chat. Demonology Warlock. Let's see, moving forward. 4-piece has been nerfed quite a bit. I feel like they want to redistribute the 4-piece power, which was actually very large power, like around 18 to 19% buff on 4-pieces as soon as you get it, towards your like core toolkit. So Hand of Go Down damage increased by 20, Wild Imp by 30, Gloomhound, Gloom Slash by 30, and then Doom Guards also deal 15% more damage. Okay, so again, not surprised. I don't know if that's going to be a net nerf or a buff. I think it's like a very small buff on like single target. So overall, I guess it's going to be a positive change for Demo, especially right now. If you still have the old tier set, you're going to be slapping. But think about the future. Currently, positive adjustments for Demonology. Destruction Warlock. The 2-piece has been nerfed, going from 200% effectiveness to 100% effectiveness. That's a nerf to 2-piece. However, Chaos Bolt damage increased by 20. Summon Inferno damage increased by 35. Hellcaller Wither damage increased by 35 seconds. But now Wither deals damage every 3 seconds instead of 2 seconds, okay? And then Hellcaller Black and Soul damage increased by 40. Zalan Ferocity now increased 5 damage by 4% instead of 2%. And then Zalan Cruelty increases Shadow damage by 4 instead of 2. Okay, so let's see what they say. We're making adjustments to Hellcaller to reduce its soul shard economy and increase its damage as compensation. So less shards, more damage. When the availability of soul shards increases for Destro, it reaches a point where Rain of Fire begins to surpass Chaos Bolt in damage output for single target due to the difference in casting times. Finally, they've listened and they're gonna change this. Good stuff. We're recognizing that with these changes, Wither damage will also be impacted. We're also distributing the lost throughput across the rest of the Hellcaller kit for destruction. Alright. So I spoke to Kala in the morning. If you guys don't know who Kala is, Kalamazi, one of the Warlock goats here and content creator. He was saying Destro Lock got a sizable chunk on a single target increase, something like 180k more ST, which pretty much means it's gonna be a lot better in the rating environment, as well as Mythic Plus. We're likely gonna see Destruction climb the ladder because of the buffs introduced today. Overall, very good stuff for them moving forward. Arms Warrior, the last thing that got changed is execute damage should reduce by 15%. I believe because they were doing really good damage in raiding, the execute needed to be nerfed so people won't bring 10 warriors in raid. So overall raid change, that's still going to impact M+, and obviously -1. Alright, chat, that's everything for today. Now keep in mind, because of all those changes, we have a final tier list coming this Sunday. The finale, as I like to call it, after 2.5 months of like research, testing, and the culmination point is going to be tomorrow, Sunday at 2 o'clock Central European time. We're gonna update a tier list for healers, tanks, and DPS. After this, obviously, it's coming on YouTube as well as ice events. So if you have any questions, still worried about which spec am I gonna choose, what I'm gonna main, check out the stream tomorrow. You will not be disappointed. I got you. All right. Until then, take it easy. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the tier list update. Peace out.